So, hey everybody, it is August 22nd. Thank you for tuning into another team call. It is beautiful to see all of your lovely faces. I am always incredibly honored that you take time out of your busy lives to focus on your unique business and spend it with me. And it is always my hope that you are feeling fueled and filled and motivated to move out into the rest of your life and do something amazing while we're here. Hi, Mom. I see you in the corner. I see you. Welcome to the team call.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got a couple of things that I want to go over, but I promise you this week I'm going to keep them super short and sweet. The first thing is, drum roll. We got a new team onboarding training, and it has literally taken every ounce of my heart and soul. And Rachel, Sherry, and Holly both helped me. All three of them helped me figure out this training, and together we kind of like had a meeting of the minds, and we created this units system, which I know you've seen unrolling, because for some reason when you upload a unit, it posts it in the group feed whether you want it to or not. So if I had a choice, you wouldn't have known what we were doing until right this very moment. But since you kind of already got a little bit of the taste of it, I just wanted to walk you through what its purpose was and why this is better than any other training system that at least I have implemented in the 4.5, 5 years that I've been with this business. So this is a Glam Squad units training. So literally when someone signs up with you, all you have to do is guide them to the units and start walking them through it. There are 7 units. Each unit is designed to empower your new presenter to have tools and resources to work their business more successfully. We've tried a lot of other ways. I had 7 YouTube videos. That didn't seem to be working. We had the 30-day, we had the static group. That was moderately successful, but not as effective as I wanted it to be. And then most recently we had the group where there was always a post every day, some two a day, and they were revolving. Well, that wasn't effective either, because it took me having to launch those every 30 days, and I can't be trusted, apparently. Can't be trusted. So finding this system, I feel like it's more simple. One of the things that they honed in on at convention and at the Purple Status Retreat was how you are only as strong as your systems that you have in place. And what happens when you're sick, or when your mother-in-law dies, or when you're like having a meltdown, or it's that time of the month. Like, how do you keep your business moving in those times? It's with systems. And so this training program is so short and so sweet. It is going to hit everyone with what they need to know right away and get them up and running as fast as possible. And I collaborated with other leaders, other top leaders, and this model is where it's at, you guys. There are 7 units. The very first unit, why this is special, and then I'm going to move on. Why this is special is because the very first training you're asking them to watch is how to use their resources. So it is removing the dependency from your new presenters to only look to you for their answers. It's showing them all of the different places that they can find support, even when you're at work at your full-time job, or, you know, if you're down. I know this week Sherry said, I have a migraine, I'm not working from this hour to this hour, my phone's on do not disturb. Like, even when things like that happen, because they happen to us all, they're still going to have these 7 units to work through, and it's going to be super duper valuable for launching your new people strongly. So Mom, you get to go through it. You get to check it out. I'm going to keep calling you Mom. Okay. So it was kind of a labor of love. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of getting it together, but it's ready to go. I think everything in there it includes a launch party with 5 days of scripts and pictures. So it really is everything a new presenter needs to start working their business. And I think it's super valuable. And as a team, we need to start literally plugging them into the unit 1 the day they sign up. You add them to the Glam Squad, you make them their graphic, and then you say start at unit 1. Let's recap in 2 days. Let's go over unit 1. What did you learn? Team calls are on Thursday nights. Replays are on the YouTube page. This is where I can find all of the information I need, including using the groups, using my back office, and what YouTube and Google offer me, right? What's Unit 2? Unit 2 is starting their launch party. It is a detailed video from me on how to start a launch party, how to create it in your back office, how to create one on Facebook, and that it includes 5 days of posts and pictures so that they literally do not have to do anything except for copy and paste.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. It's going to get them running right away. Day 3, let me look and see just off the top of my head. I don't remember. Day 3 is how to do selfies and how to set up your space and what lighting to use. Holly with a Y, or Sherry helped me with that one. Thank you, Sherry, for all your help with that video. And then also there's a video on how to make pre-recorded videos and how to use an editing app. And then the next unit is on consistency and credibility. So in that one, we're teaching them how to show up every day and how to become more self-accountable, because one of the problems with working real jobs is that somebody's always above you telling you what to do, and we start this kind of business and it's like, I don't know how to self-manage. So we talk about that. We talk about consistency, and then there's a daily checklist that they can start implementing right away, that they can download and print. The 5th unit is networking. Thank you, Rachel, for working on the networking, because she is a messaging ninja and she's amazing when it comes to getting in her messenger and networking and growing her business. And we're very excited to have that information as well. The 6th unit is teaching them a little bit more about the basics. What is Fast Start? What is the compensation plan? And what are the booster bundles? Because those are limited time only events, and we need to make sure that they know about those before time expires.
Okay.
And then the last unit is recruiting and onboarding. So this is true duplication. When you sign someone, what do? Download the onboarding checklist, put them in unit 1. See how that goes? I honestly think this is the simplest training venture that we ever, as a Glam Squad, has ever had. And I'm super excited about it and grateful to Rachel and Holly and Sherry for helping me get that content together, because it was a beast. Okay. So yes, get in there, get your new girls in there. And even if you're not a new girl, just click through so that you know what they're getting, right? You should know, as their leader, as their mentor, what kind of information you're trickling down. So everyone should at least click through. At the bottom, it offers you a next button. So it lets you go through each unit and it shows a completion progress. So that's good too, because now you're going to be able to check in with your girls and see how they're doing and follow up with them along the process of the 7 units, 7 days, however long they take to get through that training process. Okay.
I need this whole thing myself.
You did it?
No, I said I need this whole thing.
You need it.
Yeah.
All right. Start with unit 1.
Yeah.
We're good. So yes, I am excited about that. It was definitely an investment in my time and my energy over the last 2 weeks, but I think the dividends that it's going to pay in the long run for launching new girls stronger is going to
Awesome.
pay off for each and every one of you. Just because you're a green status, and I'm not in any way like throwing any jabs, but no one on this team needs to worry about creating a training program, because I do believe this is so comprehensive. Anything else would be a distraction. You could make one. Yeah, all my greens. You could make your own training program, but it is I'm telling you, I probably spent at least 40 hours on this thing.
Wow.
Okay. So it's going to distract you from doing the most valuable things. What are the most valuable things? Book, sponsor, sell. Book, sponsor, sell. You don't need to create a training module anymore for all of your sponsors, because it's there. And as a team, if we all get on board with it, then everyone is going to know how to direct our new girls. And I think I just think, don't recreate the wheel. Don't overthink it. Don't try to do too much. Keep it simple, stupid. Isn't Cheryl said that? Kiss, right? Kiss them, baby. What did you say? I can't even do it all country like.
Simple soup.
I said that.
Yeah,
Whoever
Lexa-
said it, they were like, kiss, keep it simple, stupid. And I was like,
Yeah.
I like it. And I mean that with all the love I have in my non-hillbilly heart.
I really love you, and I appreciate all the hard work that all you girls did.
Yeah, it was a collaborative effort,
Yeah.
and I think that it's going to be amazing for a lot of your new girls. So anybody that you're recruiting, plug them right into the units, and then you can focus on recruiting more new girls and getting sales and booking those parties and going live, and not worried about the administrative portion of this business. That was my goal.
Yeah.
So, okay. The last thing I want to talk about, and then I want to open it up for some of your struggles. One of the things that happened at convention, we've been rolling out this convention. Thank you everyone that has gone live already about how convention went, because I love hearing the personal takeaways. Each one of you has extracted something incredibly different but meaningful in your own lives, and I think that's what's special about convention, is you can get exactly what you need if you're looking for it. So thank you to everyone that's already gone live. We've got more coming up. Even Michael Triplett's going to do his own live later on in the next week or two. So hang on to your knickers, ladies, because he's coming through. And one of the things that stuck with me about convention, because I did a little live, but I haven't really like data dumped on you guys. Eric Worre said, one of the things he used to do when he was first starting his business is he would play mind games with himself in order to keep him accountable. And I know a lot of us struggle with accountability. A lot of us struggle with staying active even on the days when we're sick and we're tired, or our kids have a thing, or our dog is in the vet. Like, we always have to constantly come back to our business. And he talked about this idea of playing these mental games with himself in order to work his business. And I thought this was super valuable, so I wanted to talk about it. One of the things he said that he does is that he pretends that his idols are in the room with him all the time. So his idols are people like, Les Brown and Anthony Robbins and all these other top leaders. And so what he would do is, when he would wake up, he would pretend that they were with him, watching him.
Wow.
Well, what would I do right now if Jennifer Hagemeyer was standing right there? I'd probably work a little harder. What would I do if Marie Triplett was standing right there? I'd probably have the courage to say, go, and hit live. You know what I mean? Like, what are the mind games that you're playing to undo all the bad programming that's sabotaging your success, right? So all we're doing is changing our concept, our mindset, so that we're not breaking ourselves down anymore, but we're building ourselves up. So these small little things. So another thing that I do, one of the like games that I play with myself is I play a rewards game. And I know this might sound really weird, but I will say, I'm going to work on recruiting for 1 hour, And then after that, I have to do the laundry. So I'm going to reward myself with an episode of Stranger Things while I'm doing the laundry. So I pay myself back in small little rewards for the effort. So and then that's the game. I can't do laundry or watch Stranger Things until I've done an hour of recruiting. So it's like these small little like games that I play with myself to get myself ahead. It's the same way, I think I've talked about this before, when I'm on the treadmill and I'm running on the treadmill and I'm thinking, I just got to make it through this song, or I just got to make it to the next minute marker, or I just 3 more minutes. Like, look what I've done now. 3 more minutes means nothing. So it's kind of that same concept of playing these little tricks in your mind to keep you motivated when you're not. So I want you guys to think about this week. Would you be working differently if I was with you? If I was sitting in your house, would it change your level of effort? And then I want you to meet my expectations, because I am believing the most out of each and every one of you. I know that you would not have committed to this business if you were a half-assed person. And so imagine, as you're going through your week, would I be doing this if Marie was here? WWMD. Okay? All right, so just try it out. See how it feels. Does it make you go live more often? Does it make you send more messages? Does it offer you a platform to feel more confident knowing that somebody's in your corner sitting behind you to help you? Because I am always in your corner. All right? Just because I'm not at your house like a creeper peeking in the windows does not mean I'm not in your corner. All right. So as you go through your week, look for the times when you have to ask yourself, if Marie was here, would I still be making this choice? Okay. If Marie was here, would I still be making this choice? That's what Eric Worre said he did to get him through the lack of motivation times. And then to finish this out, and then we're going to go into something else. We all struggle. We all have moments of self-doubt. We all battle these old thought patterns of lack of belief, okay? But one thing that I've noticed is that triggers specifically have like smaller triggers that come before that, right? Like imagine you're getting the flu. Before you ever have a fever of 104 and you're laying up on the couch and you're only eating chicken noodle soup and drinking orange juice, you have signs, warning signs. Your throat starts to tickle, maybe your nose is running, maybe you've got a little like burr in the back of your head. Like you know something's not right, but it's not quite time to go to the doctor yet. You guys know what I'm talking about? When you know you're just feeling off, but going to the doctor, they're going to be like, you're fine. What's wrong with you? But somewhere deep down inside, you know you're a little bit off, right? Okay. The same thing happens with this business. The same thing happens with your day-to-day. You know something's off if you're willing to be plugged in and check in. Like April, I'm so proud of you for doing this in the group. She was like, I'm having a bad day. I don't know why. Like I've been working really good, and then today it just like is not working for me. We need an exit strategy for when we want to hit the panic button. When we're feeling like quitting, we need like something. Like when I know I've got a tickle in my throat or a little headache, I'm popping the vitamin C, I'm drinking the emergency, I'm taking a hot bath, I'm backing off from some of my responsibilities so that I can start taking care of myself. The same thing is going to happen in your business. You're going to start to feel like, oh, I've been working for a few days, I haven't had any wins. Oh, they were kind of harsh to me. That's kind of hitting me right in my heart. What are your triggers that make you want to quit this business? What are your triggers? What are the warning signs that make you want to throw in the towel? Because we all have them. Okay. And then plan an exit strategy. Who are you going to lean on when shit gets hard? Who are you reaching out to? A Y sister, a group, a chat, me? Like, become incredibly aware of when your thought patterns shift so that you can get ahead of it before it gets too late. Right? Because when a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Right? Like, this is an R. Kelly song. Like, when you're gone, when we're gone, we're gone. Okay, so we need to become stewards of our own thoughts and our own processes to see when we're starting to want to throw in the towel. And the sooner we can get ahead of that curve, the sooner we can fix the trajectory from spiraling us into a vat of self-pity, of quitting, of self-sabotage. We need to learn how to prevent that. And the way we do that is start to learn the warning signs. What is happening in my life when I want to quit? What was the day before that like? What did I eat that day? Who did I talk to that day? Did I go live that day? Start to become a professor of your own life, a student of your own life, so that you can identify the triggers for when you want to throw in the towel. And I'm super proud of April for coming into the chat yesterday and saying, I'm not feeling so hot in this business right now. It's not working the way I wish it would. And I'm also super proud of every single one of you for chiming in and letting her know she was loved, because she is loved and she is supported. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right now. We all need to start to pay attention to our own red flags, right? I've been running too hard. It's time for me to back off for a little bit, right? I haven't had any wins. I might need to reevaluate my situation or who I'm talking to or my approach. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with self-doubt and wanting to quit. There is something wrong with accepting that as the end of the road. We all experience it. It's our innate nature as women to overthink and to overplan and to be emotional and stressed out. And it's just what we do. I don't know any other method. But what I do know is that the second I start to feel anxious or resentful or angry or whatever I'm feeling, I need to get ahead of it so that it doesn't turn into something worse. So it doesn't go from my mind to manifestation. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I hope it does, because you guys are all incredibly smart, intuitive women. And the one place that we lack the most intuition is in our own physiology and our own makeup. So if we can start to become more in tune to our own failures, our own like misgivings, our own like the word has left me, but our own habits of self-sabotage, the sooner we can protect ourselves from them happening again. All right, so I want you to start thinking about systems that you can put in place for the next time you want to throw in the towel. Be proactive. Know that it will happen and put a plan in place. What is it called? Parachute, right? What is your parachute plan for when you want to quit this business? And get your mind right. All right. That's all I wanted to talk about. I hope that was valuable.
Very, very valuable.
I want to hear somebody on this team that is struggling with something, and I want to know what it is. So is anybody facing a battle in their business right now that they want to chat about, so that we collectively as a group can help you?
All of it.
All of it. Leslie,
Well,
you
no,
stop it.
No, seriously, I really am struggling, and it is with time, because, and I will tell y'all, I'm trying to get a promotion at work, which is requiring a lot of extra hours. And I mean, I've already got, before tomorrow even starts, I've got nearly 60 hours this week. and it's something that I really, really, really want, but it is going to require some more time. So I've got to reevaluate my balance in trying to get this done, because I want to do this, and it's my release from the stress at work, and I enjoy it. But I'm just having a real difficult time. I don't want to say making the time, but yeah, I'm making the time. Even work on it even a little bit. I get home sometimes I haven't been home 30 minutes, and I'm exhausted. So,
Is there anyone else that struggles balancing a full-time job and working Unique on the team? A full-time job, like 40 hours plus. Is there anybody else that does that and works on trying to balance their time?
April?
I'll say I do, Marie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Teresa
work about
definitely
50
does. She works
hours
for the
a week.
government.
And, working with the government and dealing with what I have to deal with as soldiers, I do get home. I hear you, Leslie. You get home and you're just exhausted.
yeah.
And not just that, I also have my own physical limitations and physical therapy, and I have to drive an hour to see my physical therapist.
Yeah,
So
I've got
it
the same
is hard, but I've been trying to dedicate time like Saturday, usually my Saturday evenings, and I'll start making graphics and doing some personal development and just learning. But what I've learned, I've been in this business a while, just like Marie, it sets your own pace. You know
Right.
how much work you can do. You know your physical limitations. I know me. I would like to continue, and I wish I would have promoted faster, but life happens. As long as you don't quit and you just remain steady, life just happens.
Yeah. So I have that same issue with the health. I have to, y'all know, because it happened at convention. I have to listen to my
Right.
body, and when my heart starts going bonkers, I've got to stop. And it limits me in that sense, and I don't want to use it as a crutch, but sometimes it's all I do to put one foot in front of the other. And it's coming up with a routine, I guess, something that I can carve out some time somewhere to get this stuff done.
And I think, Leslie, also it's important for you to think about, and I am not the one to answer this, I'm just offering you the thought process. You had a huge increase in level of effort at your new business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for the promotion that you're trying to reach, I don't know if you had a huge increase in pay to support those additional hours. So if you take your additional hours by the amount of money you're making now, are you actually making less? And are you sacrificing yourself for a company that will have your job posted for someone else to take within a week of you leaving?
Well, several answers in there. Yes, there will be a huge increase in salary, and no, I will not be making less for the hours I'm putting in. I'm going from legal secretary to paralegal, and so the salary increase is going to be nice, to say the least. And I think once I get adjusted, the hours are not going to be like they are right now, but I've had to do some things to basically prove myself. And one of those things was to put in the extra hours. And because I've never done that, I've always been able to come in at 7 o'clock and leave at 4. And this is a completely different ball game for me. And something I never thought would happen. So it's exciting, but I think it will calm down once we get used to the new practice.
So it's temporary.
I believe it is.
Okay.
There's going to be some nights where I have to work the extra hours, but it's not going to be an every night thing like it is right now. The past 2 weeks I've put in over 30 hours of overtime.
Yeah.
So, I think right now it's just the nature of the beast, trying to get used to the new hat that I'm wearing up there.
Yeah.
I also think that as women specifically, I don't know what it is about our place in the business. We always overperform. perform. We always do. Like I was always an over performer. I would sit down, and I actually was about to make a post about this. I would sit down at the conference room table with 4 other program managers that I was a program manager with. All of them made more money than me, but I ran circles around them. I was literally carrying 4 or 5 times the amount of work that they were carrying. And they would sit there and bitch and moan about their workload. And I'd be like, I'm making half of what you're making and doing double the amount of work that you're doing. So also reminding yourself of healthy boundaries, and you do not have to kill yourself to be valuable to that company. You just have to execute the work that you're doing well.
Right.
If you were a man, would you feel this way?
No.
No.
Cheryl.
No, you wouldn't feel this way. You would have went home, you would have drank your Miller Lite, and you would have just enjoyed your evening with no shits given. Okay? But for some reason, as women, we feel like we got to do more above and beyond. We got to constantly prove ourselves. You've been working for that company for how long, and they don't know your worth yet? That's a problem with the company, not a problem with you, boo. And I'm going to get off my soapbox because I done had enough of that.
There was some previous sabotage going on, so I'm having to do some work.
Okay.
So, without going into the gory details.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you ride that wave, right? But in 2 or 3 months, if you're still in a place where you can't get unplugged from the 60 hours a week, then it might be time to think about whether or not this is actually the path that is going to bring you the most happiness.
I agree. And we'll just have to let it play out. I'm hoping I know something next week.
I think the hardest thing right now is age, and everything is like looking at retirement and trying to figure out when that comes, how much more, not only time, how much more money can I add to the household income. That's what I'm going to be trying to achieve. I'm 62, so 3 more years maybe that I'm going to work in my job, which is not full time. So I've got to get to this. It's just jumping that hurdle, getting over the fear of going in front of that camera and maneuvering through everything to do. But I've already done my first live, so yay.
And your second live.
Oh, my second live. That's right. 2 lives.
2 lives down, 2,000 more to go.
Rookie LMAO.
I did call you out. I was like, this is a rookie move. What is she doing?
You totally did.
But I love you, Cheryl. You know I do.
I can take it. Bring it on. I can take it.
Is anyone else struggling with anything in their business that they want, like, other Y sisters, not just me, but other Y sisters to kind of like chime in on? All right. So you guys are masters, you're pros, everybody's good to go?
No. I'm so lost. I don't even know what to ask. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so all right. So there's 2 homework assignments then. The first homework assignment is, as you go through the rest of your week and weekend, I want you to imagine that Marie was with you and become incredibly in tune to your level of effort based on if somebody was standing there with you and what you would do if nobody was watching. And then the other thing is that I want you to look for the struggles in your business, not because we should focus on the problems, but because I want you to come to this call next week with something to talk about. Because if you're facing that problem, guess who else is also facing that problem? All right. And collaboratively as a team, I want us to start feeling stronger, faster, better. And the only way we can do that is if we're brave enough to acknowledge our pitfalls. So look for at least one thing that you can bring to the team call next week.
Okay.
I know. Homework. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all are beasts. Y'all are beasts.
I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming to the team call. I really hope this is valuable. I hope that you're feeling stronger and inspired. April, enjoy your night at work. We will miss
David said hello.
Hi, David.
David.
Is he eating dinner?
Yeah. He just got off his 20-hour shift.
Oh, well.
Ish.
Hey, Bill. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Don't forget to do your homework. I will see you next week.
Thank you.
Love you, ladies.
Love you too.
Bye.